Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a mini eye makeup tutorial using the new Smashbox Cover Shots palette. I have the one in Softlight. So I do have a first impressions video with swatches on this palette. I will leave it linked down below. But basically, Smashbox recently released 7 mini eyeshadow palettes in collaboration with Shay Mitchell. Each one has a different theme to it. They were $29 a piece. I got mine at Sephora during the Cyber Monday early sale for VIB members. They were also available on the Smashbox website. They are all sold out everywhere now. Just this morning as I'm filming, Smashbox did say on their Instagram that they will be restocked soon. So if I have a date before this video goes live, I can insert that in here, but they didn't have a date on there. It just said that they will be restocked soon. So I didn't actually want the Softlight palette. I'm not sure what happened. I mentioned it in my first impressions video, but I actually wanted the metallic palette. That's what I thought I checked out with, but I got the Softlight palette. So it's kind of interesting because I feel like they are two very different palettes. Metallic are supposed to be like fierce foil finish shadows, and Softlight are supposed to be soft focus sheen. So very different ends of the spectrum here, but I'm gonna go with it. So I'm gonna try it out. Like I said, I did do the swatches in the other video, so that will be linked down below if you want to see all the swatches. So the swatches were definitely soft because that's the focus of this palette, but at the same time I wasn't like underwhelmed by them because they actually did swatch pretty good, I thought, in my opinion. As to compare it to the Too Faced White Chocolate Chip palette that I just got, there was really like barely any pigmentation in any of those shades. They were super chalky. You could tell that they were going to have a lot of fallout. And when I swatched these, like, yes, most of the shades took 2 swatches to build them up, but 2 isn't super bad. But the colors were just very interesting, and they just, I don't know quite how to explain it, but it did swatch better than I had hopes for when I realized I had gotten this palette and not the palette that I originally intended on getting. So I'm really curious. It swatched pretty decent to me for being what this palette is. Like, I'm not mad that these shades are softer type of shades because that's what this palette is. I'm just upset because I didn't get the palette that I wanted to get, and I'm confused as to what happened, but that's okay. But you know what, I'm gonna try to make the best of it. You know, I thought about returning it right away and exchanging it and getting a different one, and then they were sold out at Sephora in one day. They were sold out on the Smashbox website by the time I got to my computer that night, so I wasn't able to do it. I tried, doing my best effort, I tried, but it didn't work out for me, so I thought, well, you know, just try to make the best of it. So that's why these videos are a little bit later. I was trying to see if I would be able to exchange this palette for the one I actually wanted, but that's not gonna happen. So we're gonna try to make the best of it. Palettes are $29 and the packaging is just a lot of fun. They do have a mirror in them as well, which I find very helpful. And then they have 8 different shades in here. So the only like kind of downside to this one, and you know, maybe a couple of the other ones as well, is I don't feel like I could get a complete eye look out of this because there's no matte shades. And I really do prefer to have some sort of matte shade in there, but I don't know, I was gonna grab out a matte shade, but maybe we should just go for like an all over shimmery soft look. I don't know, should we try it? This is not what I had in mind. Let's just try it. Whatever. Let's just try it and see how it goes. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't, but we're gonna give it a try. So I have not used these shades at all on my eyes yet, so this is like a first impression makeup tutorial. So if you want to see what kind of look I can come up with using the Smashbox Softlight Cover Shot palette, please keep watching. So I do have my face makeup on, and then I just have some Gimme Brow from Benefit through my eyebrows. Like I said, it didn't seem like these shades would have a lot of fallout when I was doing the swatches, so I wasn't too worried about doing my face makeup, but we'll go ahead and put that to the test. So I am first going to pick up the second to last shade right here, which is called Well Hello, I think, maybe? Well Hello? Sometimes I get them backwards, so don't mind me if I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna grab my Morphe M441 brush, and then I'm gonna sweep this into the crease. Like this shade. I really liked it when I swatched it as well, and I figure I typically go in with, you know, like a matte brown and then transition. I mean, this one does have little bit of sheen to it, but I mean, I have done like shimmers in my crease in the past before just to kind of switch things up, so why not try? Let's just try a whole look using this palette. It's makeup, there are no rules, and you can wash it off when you're done if you don't like it. To say, being the first color, I'm not mad at it. I think it looks nice. Again, of course, it's a softer color, but I think it looks pretty nice. And then I think I'm gonna take this third shade right here and my Morphe M433, and I'm going to dust this along the outer V of my eye and then kind of sweep it in. It's kind of like a fun, almost has like a hint of like raspberry tones to it. I really liked the shade when I swatched it, so I was really wanting to incorporate it in here. I think it's really pretty. Okay, then I'm gonna pick up the second shade right here and my Sigma E54 and sweep this along just the inner part of my lid. Okay, this one I don't feel like is really doing anything. If you kind of take your time and play with this one, it slowly is showing up, but it's gonna take quite a few tries. So this one doesn't quite impress me as much as the first two did. So slowly, I mean, I'm starting to be able to see that it's adding a pop of brightness into the inner corner of my eye, but it's taken me a while to get there, but now that I have gotten there, I do like the way it looks. Okay, I'm gonna grab my M443 again, no extra product, and just kind of blend everything together. So first impression, just looking at what I have so far, it's definitely a very soft and kind of shimmery-ish eye makeup look. I'm not like super blown away right now. I think it looks pretty. I mean, it's pretty. I kind of like the all-over sheen, to be honest with you guys. I'm kind of glad I didn't go in with a matte. I kind of actually like that. I wasn't quite sure if I would or not. I'm just gonna do some liner and I think even maybe some lashes to give it a bit of an oomph, but then we'll come through and do a few more shadows like on the lower lash line, and I want to do an inner corner highlight too, so I will be right back. I'm having one of those days with lashes where you try 3 times to put the lashes on and then you just have to say screw it and I need to move on with my life. So that's where we are right now, but I just put a little bit of like a brown liner on top, no crazy wing or anything super dramatic, and then I tried to grab out my most like natural lashes, the Ardell Soft Touch lashes, and they're good for like natural days, which is what I thought I'd go for with this look, but I honestly don't really love the lashes, but that's okay. We're just gonna move on. So I also put just some nude liner in my waterline, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this last color right here and my Morphe E36 brush and then sweep that onto the lower lash line. This shade's definitely the deepest and probably the most pigmented out of the palette, so I thought it would make for a good lower lash line color because I still always love to smoke out a lower lash line as much as I can. Lashes today, like they look like completely different lashes. I don't know. It's frustrating. What do you do? What do you do? So then I'm going to grab my Morphe E18 and I'm going to pick up some of this shade right here because it has like a fun like iridescent shift to it and I just really want to see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to use this as an inner corner highlight and just see what it does. So I feel like that one's a pretty cool color. I don't feel like I have anything like this in my collection. reminds me like a very tiny bit of Sassy Grape from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sweets Glow Kit, but just kind of like a lighter type of purple, if that makes any sort of sense. So that one's kind of fun. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it has the iridescent shift to it, so that one's neat. I'm just going to apply some mascara to my lower lashes. Okay, and then I just want to zoom you in close real quick so you could see the finished eye look. Okay, so I just added a Nars satin lip to finish off the look, but that's going to be my completed eye look using the Smashbox Softlight Cover Shot palette. So my overall first impressions is I'm actually not super impressed. As I was going along, I was like, okay, maybe this isn't going so bad, not going so bad, because, you know, I was a little bit hesitant about the palette in the first place, but overall, once I got done and looked at it, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's just the colors are so soft. I mean, some of them, like the third one that I used, just really, it took a lot of time to build it up, and it really didn't do a whole lot. Like, it kind of just looks to me like I have a sheen across my eyelids, and that's kind of it. So I mean, if this is a makeup look that you like and these are the shades that you gravitate towards, I think you would love this palette. I truly do. I can't say that, I mean, I don't feel like the shades are bad. There really wasn't a lot of fallout. I mean, they did swatch well. They look pretty. This is just not the makeup look that I gravitate towards myself. So on a whole, like, do I think this is a nice palette? Yes, and I used 4 out of the 8 shades, and they were nice. This iridescent color, I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it's actually really cool. Like, that's actually a pretty fun color, and that one made me pretty excited. Or no, I used 5 because I used the last one on my lower lash line as well, and I really like that. Like, I like that as a lower lash line color on days where I'm not doing like a super bold smoked out lower lash line. I want something a little bit softer. I actually really like that color for that. And even like the first shade that I placed down, like kind of the light brown sheen, that was nice too. I mean, that could be even something where you just put that all over your eyelid and call it a day if you want like a super fast look, because it's still got a little bit of brown in it, but it has some sheen to it, kind of give it a little bit of a pop. But I don't know. I can't say that I'm super blown away with this one makeup look. I think I was hoping that I would be a little bit more excited, but again, I don't think it's bad. And you know, this is what this palette is supposed to be for. It's supposed to be the soft, focused sheen according to Smashbox, and I would say that is what it is. It's just not what I prefer in a makeup look, which was why I was so bummed. Like, out of all the palettes that could have been sent to me incorrectly, this one I was like, okay. Like, I would have preferred a lot of other palettes in front of this one, but that's, you know, I was like, it's fine. Just get over it, move on, just try it out. Maybe you'll fall in love with it. First impression, I'm not super in love with it. I do want to stress is that if this is a makeup look that you like, these are the shadows that you go for, I think you would love this palette. I really do. It's just not a me palette. I liked a couple of shades that I tried in there. I will definitely try one more or 2 more makeup tutorials with it before I give my final feedback. If you want to see a snatch or a scratch it video, just let me know. But I'm not going to throw the talent on it yet, especially because I really love that iridescent sheen, and I really loved that last brown shade as well. So I'm going to play with it a little bit more and see what I think. But that was my first impression makeup tutorial using the Smashbox Softlight palette. I hope that you guys enjoyed it or found it helpful. Let me know what you think. Did you get any of the Smashbox palettes? Let me know if you did, or if you're still interested in picking one up and which one you are most interested in. I wish I would have been sent the metallic one because I felt like that would have been a lot of fun, but it was interesting to try out this palette. I'm glad that I was able to get a full look, and now that I did it, I think with these shades in here that you could do a complete look. I don't feel like you would need to have that matte shade in there. I think with the shades that are inside here, you could do a completed look and it could still look really pretty. So this is definitely very travel friendly. It does have a nice mirror in there as well, so that's good. But that's kind of my overall first impression makeup tutorial using this palette. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you do like seeing these types of videos, please do give this a thumbs up so that I know. I hope that you will subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you real soon in my next one. Bye.